Use throwing knives to deal with distant enemies.
Everything's new. Everything perfectly priced. Hey, you! What do you think you're doing? Hey! You look familiar. Down, infidel! I'll get you! Out of the way! Let me live! Infidel, no! Take him down!
Haven't won yet.
You'll find everything here. I have to offer, people. Come see what I have to offer. You won't believe your eyes. Come. Let me show you everything I have.
I stand before you to
I
deliver a warning.
I've much to say.
Should Richard take Jaffa, there will be no stopping him.
What you need.
He will march on Jerusalem next. We must end this before it has a chance to begin. That city is ours. Has always been ours. And it is ours.
Maybe if you watch... He looks like he's being chased by someone.
Make room.
Why is he doing that?
He's going to hurt himself. When he does, I won't help him.
Someone tell me why he's doing that. Did you see that?
It's the hero of Damas. Come in, stay a while. Tell me all about your adventures.
I'm afraid I don't have the time.
I see. Too important for me now.
It's not that.
No, of course not. How may I serve you then?
Al-Muallim has asked I take the life of the one they call Jubayr.
Ah, Salahadin's chief scholar. Strange choice of target in my opinion. But who are we to question the master's will? I'm sure he has his reasons.
Then you're familiar with the man.
He's been quite busy these past few days, organizing the scholars and sending them into the streets to preach.
What do they speak of?
Light and fire, cleansing sins, apocalyptic nonsense if you ask me. All this talk of paths and a new world.
What about this new world?
Couldn't say. I don't pay attention to the ramblings of madmen. Much too busy with real work.
Very well. I'll walk among the people, see what I can learn. Where would you suggest I search?
South of here, you'll find an academy and a guard tower. They're both good places to search. There's also a hospital to the east you might want to visit.
I'll begin at once.
So eager. You've certainly changed, and for the better, I might add.
Fires of war consume the land, and thousands of lives are lost in its defense. It seems a tragedy, but I say, we die in service to God, fighting for what we believe in. Greater glory than this. Now comes the English king and his infidel army. They leave horrors in their wake. Salah-ad-Din rides to meet him, that these barbarous acts might be avenged. Pray that God, glorious and exalted is he, finds favor with us, that he may grant us victory. I stand before you.
I'm so hungry. Just a little money, I beg of you.
هل أصابه الجنون؟
There he is! Just a little money, I beg of you. I beg of you. I beg of you.
Never seen someone do that before.
He's going to cause trouble.
Bad news, brother. I killed a Templar this morning. Well, I suppose that's actually good news. I even found a letter on him which I gave to Nemair, who said he'd find you and deliver it. But from the look in your face, I suspect this hasn't happened. Go on then. Don't waste any more time with me. Seek Nemair and get that letter.
I beg of you. I beg of you.
هل أصابه الجنون؟ Leave this place.
No.
لص حقير. سأقطع يديك جزاء ذلك.
Help me. Somebody help me.
لص. أنت حثالة.
What is he doing?
He was a teacher, a false prophet.
Please, someone do something.
He saw what
Very Jason. Come no further. Yapmanın cezası ölüm. Hırsızlık yapmanın cezası ölümdür.
What have I done wrong? Tell me, please.
Hırsızlık yapmanın cezası ölümdür.
Here, take this. I've been looking everywhere for you. Now I can finally return to Masyaf. Last time I offered to do someone a favor.
Hırsızlık yapmanın cezası ölümdür.
Stop it, please. You're hurting me.
Consume the land, and thousands of lives are lost in its defense.
I beg you.
Away with you.
I beg of you, just a few coins, please. Please, sir, have any money? I wonder if you have any money. How about family
turn around and
sitting
go
down?
away?
Not again!
Could you spare a
Leave me
few
alone!
coins? Please, can't you spare something? We shouldn't be on a second hurry.
Get away from me! What happened here?
I wish to see him, to hear him speak.
It can be arranged, but we must be careful. There are still those who reject illumination. They would harm him.
Then they are ignorant and afraid.
You seem sincere, but how do I know I can trust you?
It hurts me to even hear you ask the question.
Very well. We gather each day in the madrasa. He comes to speak, and then leads us into the city, that we might cleanse it.
Could I join you then?
Understand that it is a difficult path we walk. Our work demands sacrifice.
I understand.
Then come and meet with us. Let us see how strong you really are.
So with murder nearby.
Your eye? Is that what
Comes the English king and his infidel army. They leave horrors in their wake. Salah-ad-Din rides to meet him, that these barbarous acts might be avenged. Pray that God, glorious and exalted is he, find favor with us, and he may grant us victory. Praise be Salah-ad-Din! He has found the strength you have no business in defense of our great civilization. Make no mistake, it is our very existence we are fighting for.
It's forbidden for you to be here.
We must resist! Bu tarafa! Push back! Geber kafir! Çık ortaya ve dövüş! Saçmasına izin vermeyin! Kime böyle yemek istiyorsun?
Take you down! He can hide from me! Dead! He's dead! Yeah! Yeah!
king and his infidel army. They leave horrors in their wake. Saladin rides to meet him, that these barbarous acts might be avenged. Pray that God, glorious and exalted is he, might favor us.
That man seems to be in a
Stand
hurry.
in defense of our great civilization. Make no mistake. This is our very existence we are fighting for.
We found the
infidel
place.
king would
It's
see us
just
all
as you
white.
described it.
I suspect he'll want to deal with this himself, and quickly. Best we say nothing to the others.
A wise course of action. Truth be told, I'll be happy when this business is done.
Soon, my friend, soon. Today should see the last of them put to torch. Boy, come here. You still have the letter I gave you?
Yes.
Go and deliver it then. You'll find the one it's meant for inside the madrasa.
Be wary, friends. The shaitan is everywhere. Watching. Waiting. He tempts us always. Saladin. Keep up arms against our enemies. In whatever way you can. He has come to strength to stand in defense of our great civilization. Make no mistake.
What news, Altair?
I've learned much about my enemy.
Share what you know then.
Jubayer has become obsessed with purging the city of its knowledge.
The most terrible crime. Now I see why Al-Mualim wants you to remove him.
He's using the city scholars to assist him. They go out into the streets, harassing the people and collecting all their written works. I fear he intends to destroy them all.
He must be stopped.
That's why I'm here. He's to hold a meeting soon, at the Madrasa al-Qallasa. It's where I'll go. It's where I'll take his life.
I'll leave you alone to prepare. Bring glory to the Brotherhood.
Fast forward in memory to a more recent one.
What are you left?
Help me!
Leave now.
Want to fight me?
He's going to run into someone.
Do I look like a merchant? No. So go away.
He's going to hurt someone.
That was not very nice.
Has he gone mad? It's forbidden for you to be here.
What is that man doing?
You have no business here. Leave.
Every single text in this city must be destroyed. My friend, you must not do this. Much knowledge rests within these parchments, put there by our ancestors for good reason.
And what reason is this?
They are beacons, meant to guide us, to save us from the darkness that is ignorance.
No, these bits of paper are covered in lies. They poison your minds, and so long as they exist, you cannot hope to see the world the way it truly is.
How can you accuse these scrolls of being weapons? They are tools of learning.
You turn to them for answers and salvation. You rely more upon them than yourselves. This makes you weak and stupid. You trust in words, drops of ink. Do you ever stop to think of who put them there? Or why? No, you simply accept their words without question. And what if those words speak falsely? As they often do. This is dangerous.
You are wrong. These texts give the gift of knowledge. We need them.
You love your precious writings. You do anything for them?
Yes. Yes, of course.
Then join them! Any man who speaks as he is just as much a threat. Do any else among you wish to challenge me? Good! Your orders are simple enough. Go out into the city, collect any remaining writings and add them to the piles in the streets. When you're done, we'll send a cart to collect them, that they may be destroyed.
Leave, peasant, before I make you.
at last be free! Purge yourself!
All right, where are you?
Good people of Damas, you are doing the right thing. Let us cleanse this city of its poisoned past. This is a righteous act, and from the flames shall be born a... Good people of Damas, you are doing the right thing. Let us cleanse this city of its poisoned past. This is a righteous act, and from the flames shall be born a new era, one of truth and unity, governed by a singular wisdom. Unbeliever! Why? Why have you done this?
Men must be free to do what they believe. It is not our right to punish one for thinking what they do, no matter how much we disagree.
Then what?
You of all people should know the answer. Educate them. Teach them right from wrong. It must be knowledge that frees them, not force.
They do not learn, fixed in their ways as they are. You are naive to think otherwise. It's an illness, for which there is but one cure.
You're wrong, and that's why you must be put to rest.
Am I not unlike those precious books you seek to save? A source of knowledge with which you disagree, yet you're rather quick to steal my life.
A small sacrifice to save many. It is necessary.
Is it not ancient scrolls that inspire the Crusaders? That fill Salah ad-Din and his men with a sense of righteous fury? Their texts endanger others, bring death in their wake. I too was making a small sacrifice. It matters little now. Your deed is done, and so am I.
Altair, tell me you've met with success.
Yes. Jubair's fires are extinguished. His life as well.
Excellent news. I had no doubt you'd succeed.
You should have seen it. The scholars followed him so readily. Wasn't just books they fed to fire either, but any man who opposed them.
Such ignorance breeds only evil. You've done a good thing this day.
As with my other targets, he believed he was doing the right thing, clearing a path to a better future.
Of course he would. Such is the landscape of a madman's mind.
The things I've seen these past few weeks, it's as if all the land has gone mad.
And this is why we fight to end the war, that sanity might return. The people are desperate for direction. It's easy for men like Jubair to prey on this and turn them towards evil. You should go, Altair. Return to Al-Mualim. Tell him what you saw. Let him know the good you've done this day.
Safety and peace, Rafiq.
Upon you as well.
Fast-forwarding memory to a more recent one.
Not a lot of time, Vic.
Understand there's a narrow launch window.
Wherever it's hidden, time to retrieve it.
Working on it.
And when it's done,
He'll be taken care of.
I want that progress report by tomorrow morning.
I've got some work I need to do. So you've got the rest of the night to yourself.
Time's wasting, Mr. Miles.
Yeah, I'm coming.
We're nearly done, you know.
And then what?
You'll see. Maybe they'll even let you watch when it begins. It's not as terrible as you think.
Look, I know you're not gonna let me leave. So why not tell me what's going on? Humor me.
I'm not an idiot, Mr. Miles. I think you've already learned quite a bit.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Of course not.
All right, let me ask you something else then.
Yes?
Some of the stuff I'm seeing in the Animus, sometimes it seems wrong. Untrue, like the history is off somehow. It doesn't
what, Mr. Miles? Match up with what you read on an online encyclopedia? What your high school history teacher taught you? Let me ask you something. Do these supposed experts have access to secret knowledge kept hidden from the rest of us?
There are books, letters, documents, all sorts of source material from back then. Some of it seems to contradict what the Animus is showing me.
Anyone can write a book, and they can put whatever they want on its pages. Anything. Used to be, we thought the world was flat.
Some people still do.
Yes, and they publish books about it. Or that the moon landing was a hoax. I believe there's also a book claims the world was created in 7 days. A bestseller, too.
Where's this going, Doc?
The point, I suppose, is that you shouldn't trust everything you hear, everything you read. What's that your ancestors said? Nothing is true?
Everything is permitted.
Yes, exactly. It's part of what makes the Animus so spectacular. There's no room for misinterpretation.
There's always room.
Touché, Mr. Miles. Now that I've answered your question, can we begin?